going on? Here I am again. I've been talking about Battlefield Bad Company 2, and now I've decided to play it and show some footage. So definitely got into that game this morning, and just got a quick couple hours in just to get enough footage to do a little video and talk about the game and what I like about it, and what I'm looking forward to DICE doing with Battlefield 3. So this is, of course, all Recon footage right here, and it's one of my favorite classes in the game. It's very different from other games in the fact that you get the bullet drop and bullet travel, so it's not instantaneous. You do have to think about the shots that you're taking, and also attempt to utilize the other gadgets that you have. So one thing cool about the Recon class is the motion sensors, which are just little balls that you can throw. And basically what they do is just anytime an enemy is moving in that area, it'll put a little red dot and even show the direction that they're facing. So you can basically throw one down next to a building or into a building that an enemy is in or that you're in to watch your back, and you can tell where the enemy is. So, and also that if somebody kills somebody while you're using these, then you get a nice little bonus for it, especially if it's a squad. You get a nice little squad bonus, and it's just all around very cool. Other things with the Recon class, the Mortar Striker C4, where you can use either C4 or you can use a mortar strike that you can call in just by holding down the fire button on a specific target for a certain period of time, which is really cool because you can still be at far distance and attempt to do some damage, but it's not like insanely powerful, really. So it's not like overpowered in a sense. So it's really nice and balanced. And another good thing I love about this game with the Recon class is the sniper rifles in this game. The feel of them is really awesome. They just feel really great to hold. They feel really great to use. They're really cool in that sense. They just have a great feel to them when you're shooting them. You know, you feel feels really good to take a shot with them. It's really the best way I can put it. And you know, you have to get the from certain distances, and I don't know the exact stats for all the guns, and I'm not even going to attempt to get into that. But from certain distances, you need to get headshots to kill somebody, and the closer they are, the more likelihood of a body shot being a one-shot kill, which is really cool because if someone's right in front of you, you can do a nice little quick scope or no scope and take them out. So it's not too big of a deal. The other thing about this game in particular is these sidearms are very powerful, extremely powerful, and they're really accurate as well. So, and in being that it doesn't take a lot of time to switch out to a handgun, you can always, you know, take a shot and just immediately pull out that handgun and just start going to work. So you never feel, you never feel scared to get into a close engagement in this. In fact, I kind of prefer it. You know, I love it because it's to get a nice little quick scope on someone. It's, you know, it's really cool. It's a lot of fun to do. And I mean, who doesn't love getting a nice little one-shot kill up close with a quick scope? I mean, it's great, and it's really responsive in this game. And you know, all morning here I've been trying to do some work and just working on all my shots and trying to sequence them together. I'm not getting the greatest of kill streaks. However, kill streaks in this game aren't really that important. You can get 6 and 8 kill streaks that will give you extra points, but that's all they're going to do, is just give you some extra points. And the game modes I've been playing all morning is just squad deathmatch, which is 4 squads of 4, all versus each other, and the first 2 50 or 100 points, depending on the server, will win the game. So being in a smaller squad does indeed put you at a disadvantage, which happened to me a few times, but you know, losing a squad deathmatch in this game doesn't bother me one single bit. I have like no urge to completely win the game. It's just I just want to get in there and have fun, basically, and just do some really cool shots and, you know, have a good time. They've got the other game modes in the game, but you know, I don't play those as much. I just enjoy shooting people in this game, basically. And if I was playing with a team, you know, I would love to do some objective, but that just hasn't been the case lately. So other things that are cool about this game, the destructible environments where you can kind of take a look around and the different footage, and the buildings look a little bit torn up or a little bit different every time, and that's really cool because walls can be blown out like all of the sides here, and if someone's standing behind them while you take a wall out, then it is going to do. They're like, I'm not going to say they're packed with C4, but it's kind of like if you were behind a wall and they exploded all the debris. That's what would end up killing you from an explosion, and that's indeed what happens if you're standing next to a wall that somebody happens to hit with a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher or whatever. So that's a really cool aspect of the game. The sound, as I've mentioned before, the sound is fucking phenomenal. It's amazing. Just how everything is set up and how you can hear all the different weapons, the grenades and the handguns and the people talking to each other and communicating, the tanks in the back, the tanks and the air support, the helicopters, and all the other vehicles. They're the way they give you like a concussive explosive explosive reaction. If a grenade goes off near you, you kind of your hearing goes down a little bit. It's kind of like that Saving Private Ryan when Tom Hanks at the end and he gets shot. He's got his handgun versus the tank. That type of deal. That's kind of got that cool sound to it. So it's really unique in that aspect. I don't see too many games that focus as much on sound as Battlefield has, and it's definitely one of those things for me that helps sets it apart. And it's just just a really responsive game. Unfortunately, what I had to do was, this is on PC, and I did have to turn my settings down to low to get a proper frame rate while frapsing, because my computer's not strong enough to do it. So I mean, right now these visuals are on low at a 1200 by 700, somewhere around that area resolution. So the graphics do get much better than what you're seeing here. If I wasn't recording, I could play on higher graphics, which I usually do, but this gave me a pretty good frame rate, 30 frames a second, doing this while recording, so that worked for me. So yeah, I mean, this game is it's just designed very well. It's just done very well, and it's not so arcadey, which arcadey isn't necessarily bad at all. It's just got that different feel to it, which is it's unique, and it's funny that it's unique because it's a military shooter, and there's so many military shooters, yet this one stands out for its just kind of being real with everything. So I don't know, it's so weird that it's unique because of that fact, because you would think a lot of people would emulate this, but nobody has, I think, nailed it like this game has. And that's why I'm so looking forward to Battlefield 3, where it's going to be, one of these better looking games. It's going to, all the new weapons that we'll have access to, the new abilities are going to add prone into the game, so that's going to be interesting. If they add it into the multiplayer anyway, it's going to definitely be very interesting. And also they got their new engine, so basically an updated version of this engine, which I feel is really good, and they could have made another game off this engine and it would have been really nice. But the fact that they went the extra mile to make it even better, it just shows, it goes to show that they give a shit. And this isn't the kind of game where a new one comes out every year. It's actually, there's thought going into it, and that's what's gonna hopefully help set it apart from the other FPSs out there. So there's my take on Battlefield. Have a good one.